right, so the inflation data just came out, the CPI, and it's horrible. It's horrible. Okay, I'm pretty sure that you probably have seen the headlines. Okay, we are actually up 1.3%. Okay, we're up 1.3% month over month in just June with the seasonally adjusted basis. And if we actually look at the core wise, it's up at 0.7%, which is horrible, which means that year over year we are up at 9.1%. Previously, the street consensus was that we are expecting 8.8%, which is about 1.1% month over month. Of course, we got 1.3%. What this actually entails for the entire market is that we are almost assured, okay, we're almost assured to get a 75 basis point to 100 or even 125 basis point increment for the next FOMC meeting. We have never seen inflation this high, and literally, of course, you're going to see this every single month. Inflation has been at the highest in the last 40 years, in the last 40 years, and it's going to continue doing that because we actually have never seen such high inflation in a very, very long time. Okay, so of course, seeing 1.3% month over month, that's 9.1% year over year is crazy. It's actually crazy how high inflation is. But today, we have to go through the numbers. We have to go through what are the contributing factors. Okay, so first of all, let's go through some of the items that I already said before. Food. Okay, over here you can see food. Food is going to be a huge contributing factor. Food at home, food away from home, energy. Okay, I'm surprised that energy is still hiking up so much. Oh, okay, hold on. I should be looking at June. Okay, yeah, okay. All items. This is we should look at the month over month. Food item is going up 1.3%. Energy is up with 0.9%, which is all right. That's kind of what I kind of expected. Energy is 7.5. Oh, never mind. I was expecting about 4 or 3%, 7.5%. Oh well. The energy commodities 10.4, gasoline 11.2, fuel oil getting a little bit of a deflation according to what I said before as well, because I like I said before, I think the oil prices is about to go down a little bit as well. So that's something for us to really look forward for as well. Energy services, electricity, utility. The pipe gas services up 8.2% in just 1 month. That's going to be quite worrisome. The rest of them are actually a little bit less than 1%, but something that we really need to look at, which is the new cars and used cars and trucks. I think that's going to be one of the main contributors as well. All right, so you look at it, food index up 1% in June. Fruits and vegetable up 0.7%. Food away from home 0.9%. Energy 7.5% in June after rising 3.9% in May. The energy index rose 41.6% over the past 12 months. So pretty horrible. But something that we really, something that you have to see in this chart, in this report here is this one. Okay, over right here. The index for all items, less food and energy, rose 0.7% in June. So this actually means that the core inflation is up 0.7%. So of course, we were expecting it to be like 0.3%, 0.4% for the core inflation to be going up. Getting 0.7% basically means that we missed the estimate by almost 100%. That's how bad it is at the moment. Okay, we're not expecting to miss the entire core inflation by that huge margin, because we expected food and energy to be the main contributor. So which is why we expect the entire core index to actually be going up by a lesser amount. 0.7% simply means that we are expecting a lot from used cars and trucks. We're expecting a lot from airline fares. We're expecting a lot from apparels and such. So of course, we're going to be diving into this as well. All right, so let's go to the table immediately to just look into it a little bit clearer. Let's look at the seasonally adjusted percent change for month over month. Let's see. Okay, over here, 1% for some of the food, nothing crazy. Energy commodities up 10.4%. We already went through this a little bit. 8.2% for the pipe. Okay. Okay, let's look into the more nitty-gritty stuff. Okay, 5.3% for flour. We got 3.5% on biscuits. Let's see. Ooh, a little bit of deflation going on in the meat section. Okay, we have a little bit of deflation going on here, which is pretty good. Okay, but of course, we have to also take into consideration why meat are actually going down, because chances are primary the primary work sector, which is your farming and your agriculture and such. All those are basically going through hell, especially with the whole war in Ukraine being a huge contributing factor as well. But I think for meat in general, they are still going quite strong, which is why the supply is actually starting to meet the demand as much. And if anything, the supply is actually going up a little bit high as well. So I can see that the meat prices kind of just come down a little bit, but I do not expect them to have a straight slope downwards for the pricing either. I do see some form of a flat line happening in the next few months as well. So do not be that happy about a deflation just yet. Over here, you can see, pork basically flatlining, average about a deflation of like what 0.5% or so. Other meats up, frankfurters is up. Okay, nothing crazy about the food aside. Ice cream is up 4%. Holy, okay. Citrus fruits are down 4.5%. I'm not sure why, but okay. Oranges are going down in price as well. Okay. Let's look at the bigger numbers. I think the bigger ones, margarine is up almost 7% in the last month. Okay. Oh my God, what is this? Okay, food and employee side and schools are up 24%. Why? What's going on? Okay. What? 24%. Oh my gosh. Okay, food and employee side and schools. I have no idea. I wasn't expecting this to be that big of. Okay, to be fair, the entire relative importance is like what 0.034. I don't think that's super duper crazy. So I think we're still all right with it to a certain extent. Energy commodities. Okay, we got that. Let's see. Window coverings are down 3.9%. Okay, like I said before, I do believe that window coverings, floor coverings, your curtains, your furnitures, your cooking appliances, and all those sort of equipments and appliances and such, they would not be going through high inflationary pressure simply because the demand is not as high anymore, especially with how housing prices are. Well, not housing prices, housing in general, real estate in America is going to be going through a very, very rough patch in the next few months or so, or even the next year. So I do believe that because of that, people are not going to be that willing to put in too much money into houses as well. And that's where you kind of look at your linens, your beddings, your furnitures, appliances and such. I don't think those are going to be in high demand. Okay, so over here you can see yeah, okay, clearly all of them, they're still going up a little bit, about 1% or so. But you can see, other furnitures are down as well. Okay, there are a few deflationary presence going on somewhere in there as well. So men's shirt, okay, apparels, I don't really care about apparels, but I said it in my expectation video that apparel is not going to move much. Clearly that is the case as well. Transportation, okay. Okay. New cars and used trucks up about what 1%. Nothing crazy actually. I was expecting this to be horrible, but it's not that bad. Okay. Audio equipment up 3.2%. Okay, nothing crazy as of now yet. Okay. Computer software and accessory up 2.3%. Wow. Okay. I'm expecting that to be like the SaaS sort of things. Might be good for a lot of SaaS companies. So I don't know. Newspaper and magazine up 4.2%. What? Why? Photographic equipment is down. Recreational reading materials are up. Okay, I don't know why, but okay. Other lodgings away from home, including hotels and motels, are down 3.3%. I do want to see the airplanes. Do we get airplanes here? See the airplanes. Where's the airplanes? Come on. Airline fares. Okay, wow. Okay, airline fares is down 1.8%. I'm actually quite shocked about this. I'm actually shocked that airline fares are actually down 1.8%. Because if you actually watch my my expectation, like CPI expectation video, I actually kind of briefly explained about why I think airline fares is gonna continue going up as well. But of course, I do think that there is also a possible contributing factor if I want to try to justify the means from the other side. It could also be the fact that COVID cases are also starting to pile up a little bit from different countries. And because of that, people are less willing to travel. Of course, we could also take into consideration that, with a pending recession coming up, people might be less willing to actually spend money to go on holiday and such as well. So those are definitely high possibilities for that as well. So yeah, okay. Other than that, I don't think we actually missed much. The rest of them are basically flatline. Okay, cool. So yeah, basically that's the CPI. I'm just very shocked to see 9.1. Honestly, I'm not. I was expecting this to be horrible to begin with. But yeah, 9.1% with a 0.7 with a 0.7% month-over-month core inflation increment with a 1.3% month-over-month seasonally adjusted inflation. Pretty bad. But of course, just to give you guys a brief summary of the whole entire thing, of course, the FOMC, the Federal Reserve, they are definitely going to be hiking up rates. Okay, you can throw 50 basis point out the window. We're not getting 50 basis point. We're not getting 25 basis point. Those are completely out the window. Okay, a lot of people, even the inflation bureau, they were saying, if we actually get like 8.3% year over year, there's a good chance that Jerome Powell might actually bring up the 50 basis point increment and start to cut down on rates so that we can kind of bring it back down. Yeah, that's not happening. Okay, with a 9.1, I'm almost certain that 75, but 75 basis point is almost a shoe-in. Okay, 100 basis point is like maybe 10-20%. I think 125 basis point increment is definitely like 5% is still a possibility. Okay, I do see 125 basis point increment simply because they might just want to try to pull VOCA, but on a smaller scale, not just like VOCA by bringing up to 9%, but VOCA in a mini VOCA, where we actually just go up by 125 basis increment and then kind of just force a mini recession, a pseudo recession, if you may. And maybe that way, then we can kind of see how we can get out of the woods. But yeah, that's all I have for this inflation report summary. I'm going to be uploading the Elon Twitter thing. I was expecting to upload it today, but I think I'm going to just upload it either tomorrow or on Saturday for my weekly video. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed this content, please subscribe to my channel and also leave a like on this video as well. I do post the videos every Wednesday and Saturday, and of course, I do post other videos such as this one where you're watching it today on a Thursday, simply because, yeah, well, I mean, I do some videos when it is actually urgently needed. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.